Let me introduce myself. I used to work at Google, then ran my startup FutureCam, then worked as CTO of a startup. I now work as a consulting CTO. Today we are going to discuss object pools. An object pool is a design pattern where you allocate a bunch of objects and reuse the pool rather than allocating, deallocating every time. So if you have 10 objects in the pool, let's say, you can I don't want to say dequeue, but extract things from the pool, use them, and when you're done, return them to the pool. And this is done for performance reasons. In iOS, for example, and I think Android as well, if you have a list view like your contacts, as you scroll, the cells are reused rather than reallocated. Let's look at an example in FutureCam. In FutureCam, we do soft real-time processing, video processing, where you're getting 30 frames a second. And we use that using we use a CV pixel buffer pool. We first create one and we configure width, height, and pixel format. Let's look at that code. And this function ensures that if it's already created, it does not recreate it. You set a whole bunch of attributes and then you call the iOS API to create a pixel buffer pool. And then whenever you need a buffer, you create a buffer from the pool. And the pool is a pool object, right? And you use this buffer. And when you're processing a video, for each frame 30 times a second, whenever you get a frame, you render it using this pool, right, which internally gets a buffer from the pool. So this is an example of a object pool. And ensure that when you reuse objects, the state is reset every time. The previous state should not linger. That would be called an object cesspool, which you don't want. So anyway, I hope this technique was useful. If you'd like me to work with your team in improving the code quality, there's a link in the description.